Welcome to Gayatri Yoga, my friends. Today is day 7 of our Road to Self-Love Yoga Challenge, and today's vinyasa yoga class is focused around preparing our body for Hollowback. We'll be deepening our backbends, opening up our chest and shoulders to try our handstand Hollowback by the wall. If you wish to try a longer version of this class or any other classes of the challenge, you can join my Patreon and Playbook channels. In those classes, we prepare a little more for the backbends, and we normally try a couple of new variations of the pose. So if you're interested in longer classes, I really encourage you to get access to them. And remember that this is about the journey. This is not about a perfect picture or a perfect video. I do not encourage you to just take the picture of the day and post it on Instagram. I really need you to take this class. I really need you to take all of these classes. It's about the journey. It's about transformation. It's not just about a final picture. So grab your mat, grab the block, grab the belts, just in case you need to modify, and let's start practicing for our Hollowback. We'll begin today's practice on our knees in our child's pose, taking a moment to settle down and let go any tension, anything that doesn't serve us during the practice. Begin focusing on your breathing, observing the sensations, sinking your hips on top of the heels, relaxing your upper back, your shoulders, your face muscles. Setting the intention for your practice and allowing the practice to unfold the way the universe wants it to unfold without any expectations from the practice or from me as your teacher, any expectations from what your body can do today. Slowly walk your arms to the left side, stretching the right side of the torso. And then back to the center and all the way to the right. Back to center. Now lift both elbows up and thread your right arm under the left, trying to reach your right shoulder down to the floor. And now you can bend your left elbow and push your left shoulder to the back of the room. And then switching sides, extending your right arm, threading your left arm under your right armpit, trying to lower the shoulder down to the floor. It's okay if it's not touching the floor. And now press your right palm into the mat, sending your right shoulder to the back of the room. Inhale and exhale, gently release. And now rise up to a tabletop position. Knees right under the hips, palms right under the shoulders. Spreading the fingers, activating the core. Inhale, start sending your tailbone up, pulling navel in, finding your cats. Lifting through sternum up, send your shoulders back. And exhale, start rounding your back, tucking the tailbone under, pressing the floor away from you, finding the space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, arch. And exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Deep ujjayi breathing in, exhale, round, exhaling through the nose. Inhale, returning to neutral. Press your left palm into the mat, turn the chest to the right, reach your right arm up and observe the sensations in your upper back, middle back. And exhale, swing your right arm under your left armpit, find your thread the needle pose, lower the shoulder down to the floor, press your left palm into the mat and push your left shoulder to the back of the room. Observe the sensations. Inhale. And exhale, slowly returning back to neutral. Press your right palm into the mat. Rotate the chest to the left, trying to stack the shoulders. Reach your left arm up. Observing the sensations in your back, your chest, your shoulder. And exhale, swing your left arm under your right armpit. Press your right palm into the mat and push your right shoulder to the back of the room. Trying to keep your hips in a neutral position. Inhale and exhale, slowly returning back to neutral. Couple more cats and cows. Inhale, send the tailbone up, activate the core, pull the navel in, lift your sternum up and try to widen your collarbones. Draw your shoulders back and down towards the tailbone. Exhale, start rounding your upper back, pulling your navel in, tucking the tailbone under, tucking the chin. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, return to neutral. And now make big circle with the hips, warming up your hips. Stretching your glutes. And now changing the direction. And now grabbing your block. If you don't have a block, you can just lower the elbows to the floor. Bring the elbows on top of the block. Bringing the palms together. Trying to keep your knees under the hips and sinking your chest down towards the floor. Observing the sensations in your triceps, your shoulders, your armpit area, your chest. Pull the navel in, inhale and exhale, sink a little bit lower. Inhale and exhale. Softening your face muscles, your jaw. Inhale and exhale, activate the core and slowly rise up, releasing this position, carefully removing the block. And from here, returning in your tabletop position, curl the toes, lift the knees off the mat. And now let's activate our core. So keep your knees slightly off the mat, keep your spine in a neutral position, pull the navel in. Draw all the core muscles in towards the spine. Imagine you're wrapping the spine with your muscles. And now start pulsing the knees towards one another for a count of 20. Let's go. And keep breathing as you bring the knees in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Hold here. Now start sinking your chest down towards the thighs and slowly extending your legs, sending your tailbone up, finding your downward facing dog. Observe the sensations. Walk your dog, bending your knees one at a time. Moving your hips from side to side. Making the moves that make you feel good. Inhale and exhale, slowly lower the knees down, returning to your tabletop and walk your palms away from you, sinking your chest as low as you can. Finding your puppy pose, keeping your hips on top of the knees, trying to bring your chest all the way down to the floor or the block. And if your chest is all the way down, maybe you can try to roll your palms up and observe the sensations in your shoulders, a deeper stretch in your shoulders. And if you're not able to touch the chest to the floor, if the knees are above the hips, now you can try to move the hips forward and try to go all the way down. So take the variation that works for you. Activate the core and inhale, slowly return back to your tabletop, carefully bending your elbows, walking the palms back under the shoulders. Again, transition into your downward dog. Lift the knees, activate the core and sink your chest towards the thighs, extending your arms and slowly start sending your tailbone up, extending your legs, reaching the heels down. Activate the core, inhale, slide forward into plank position and exhale, lower down to your knees, chest and chin. Inhale, transition to your cobra. Extend the torso, extending your arms, keeping a micro bend in your elbows. Lift your sternum up, send your shoulders back and down. Inhale and exhale, send the hips back, finding your child's pose. Inhale, sliding forward to cobra. Open the chest, widen your collarbones. Keep your legs engaged. And exhale, activate the core, slowly send the hips back, child's pose. Inhale, cobra. Activate the core, send the hips back, child's pose. When you're ready, return to your tabletop position. Curl the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale, slowly walk your feet to the front of the mat, finding your standing forward fold. Bend your knees slightly, grabbing opposite elbows. Swinging your shoulders from side to side. And now let go of the hold on your elbows. Activate the core. Inhale, slowly start rising up, stacking your vertebrae one on top of the other. Bringing your shoulders above the hips. Finding your mountain pose. Activate the core, root the feet into the mat. Inhale, lift your arms up and find a gentle back bend. You can start with bending your knees, finding your back bend, and then straightening your knees. And exhale, slowly start folding down from your hip creases, trying to keep your back flat. If your knees need to bend to keep your back flat, that's fine. Reach the palms to the floor, reach your nose towards the knees. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, step, walk, or if you're ready, jump back to plank. And then lower down to your knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga. Keep your core engaged. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, curl the toes, lift the hips up, downward dog. Tuck the chin, lift the kneecaps up, breathe. Gaze towards the navel. Inhale, send the gaze to the front. Exhale, step, walk, or jump your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, fold down, chest towards the thighs. Inhale, slowly rising up to standing, lifting your arms up, finding your back bend. And exhale,
lowering your arms down, mountain pose. Observing the heat building up, your body warming up. Inhaling, lift your arms up. Exhale, slowly start folding down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step walk or jump back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or modify, take the modification if you need to. Exhale, activate the core, lift the hips up, downward dog. Breathe, observing the sensations, observing the heat building up. Inhale, send the gaze to the front. Exhale, step walk or jump your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, fall down, reach your chest towards the thighs. Inhale, slowly rising up to standing, lifting your arms up, finding your back bend. And exhale, lowering your arms down. Inhale, send your palms towards the lower back. Interlace the fingers, trying to close the base of the wrists. Pressing the palms together. Now lift your sternum up, widen your collarbones. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Stretching your chest. Activating the core. Find a gentle back bend here. Inhale and exhale, return to neutral. Fold down, reach your chest to the thighs. Palms to the front of the room, keeping your micro bend in your knees. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Now slowly rotate the chest to the right, send your arms to the left and observe a nice stretch in your right shoulder. Observe the sensations. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades, keep straightening both legs. Keeping your core engaged. Inhale and exhale, returning to neutral. Inhale and exhale, rotate the chest to the left, send your arms to the right, as far back as you can. Shoulders away from your ears, squeeze your shoulder blades, squeeze, lift the kneecaps up. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, slowly returning to neutral. Bend the knees. Inhale, lift the sternum up. Stay here in your chair position. Activate the core. Inhale and exhale. Rotate the chest to the right one more time. Lift your arms slightly up and then send them back to the left side of the room. Observe the sensations in your shoulder, in your chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale, return to neutral. Inhale and exhale, rotate the chest to the left and send your arms up and back to the right side of the room. Shoulders away from your ears, squeeze your shoulder blades. Feel lots of sensations in your upper back, your shoulders, your arms. Deep Ujjayi breathing. Inhale and exhale, return to neutral. Inhale, lift your sternum up and exhale, keeping your core engaged to lower the chest over the thighs and send your arms to the front of the room, squeezing your shoulder blades, keeping your shoulders away from your ears, trying to touch the floor. Activate the core. Inhale, slowly rise up. Let go of the hold on the palms and extend your arms up, finding your chair, reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Observe the sensations in your shoulders, the blood rushing down. You can relax your arms and make a couple of circular motions with your arms. Stay here in your chair with your knees bent. And now bring your palms together towards the heart center. Inhale and exhale. Rotate the chest to the right and try to hook the elbows outside of the thigh. Press the palms together. Send your right shoulder back. If you're not able to hook the elbow, just have your arms extended. Breathe. Observe the sensations. Trying to twist as much as you can. Inhale and exhale, gently release. And opposite side, inhale and exhale, rotate the chest to the left. Hook the elbow, press the palms together and send your left shoulder back, gazing up towards the ceiling. Activate the core, inhale and exhale, slowly returning to center. Inhale, lifting your arms up. Exhale, slowly start extending your legs and folding down, reaching your palms to the floor. Inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Exhale, step walk or jump your feet back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Hips off the mat, lift the sternum up, send your shoulders back and down. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Inhale and exhale, transition to your dolphin, lowering your elbows down to the floor. Sink your chest towards the thighs, straightening your legs as much as you can, lifting your kneecaps up, activate the quadriceps, gaze towards the navel, tuck the chin. Inhale and exhale, slowly lower the knees down. Push the hips back, find your child's pose, relax. And now grab your block one more time and bring your elbows on top of the block, trying to keep your knees under the hips and sinking your chest down, sinking your armpits down towards the floor. Breathe. Observe if this time it feels a little more comfortable. Maybe you can sink a little deeper without judging. Activate the core. Press with your elbows into the block and lift your shoulders up. Move them forward and then carefully release, extending your arms, removing the block from the mat. And now curl the toes, lift the knees, transition to your downward dog. Activate the core. Inhale, lift your right leg up, step it to the front of the mat, drop your back heel down, rising up, warrior one, lift the sternum up. Back leg is straight, rooting the feet into the mat. Inhale and exhale, slowly lower the palms down towards the low back. Press the palms together, squeeze the base of the wrist. Activate the core. Inhale, lift your chest up, finding your back bend. Activate the core, rise up, exhale, fall down, reach your chest towards the floor, send your palms to the front of the room. Press through the front foot, inhale, rise up. And exhale, fold forward. Reach the palms to the front of the room, squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, rise up, back bend. Activate the core, exhale, fold down, chest towards the floor. From here, extend your front leg and stay here. Observe the sensations. Keep sending your right hip back, left hip forward, squaring the hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades, reach the palms towards the floor. Activate the core. Inhale, slowly lift your torso halfway up. Let go of the hold on the palms. Now bring your left palm to the floor. You can walk your back foot slightly in. And now find your reverse triangle. Rotate the chest to the right. You can use the block if you need to. Breathe here. Keep squaring the hips, sending your right hip back, left hip forward. You can bring the palm on top of the foot or the outside of the foot to the floor. Now, if your palm is on the outside of the foot, bring it to the inside of the foot and then slowly lift your back heel up and lower your left knee down, lifting your torso up. Staying twisted, and now bring your left elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Bring the palms together, press the palms into one another, and find your twist here. Send your right shoulder back. Keep elongating the spine, shoulders away from your ears. Lift your sternum up, and trying to widen your collarbones. Breathe. Sinking your hips a little lower. Inhale and exhale slowly. Lift your torso up, release the elbow, and now slide your right palm down your left thigh. Activate the core. Sinking your hips lower, lifting your left arm up, and finding a gentle, twisted back bend here. Breathe. Lift your sternum up, opening your chest. Activate the core. Inhale, rise back up to a twisted position with your arms to the sides. And now slowly rotate the chest to face the front of the room. Activate the core. Sink your hips low. Extend your arms up. And when you're ready, find a gentle back bend. Start lifting your sternum up. Start sending your head and shoulders to the back of the room. Slightly tucking the chin. Activate the core. Inhale, rise back up to neutral. Slowly frame your front foot. Press your left palm into the mat, finding the twist here. Extending your right arm up. Observe the sensations. And then bending your left knee, sending your right palm to grab your left foot, and carefully reaching the heel towards the glute, stretching your quadricep. Staying twisted. Breathe, observe the sensations. You can lower your left elbow down. And exhale, release. Bring your right elbow to the inner side of the right foot or the palm if your arms are extended. Finding your lizard. Breathe, observe the sensations. And slowly extend your arms. Frame your front foot, lift your back knee up, and step your right foot back to plank. Finding your chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Inhale and exhale, lower the knees down. Find your child's pose. When you're ready, curl the toes, start lifting the knees off the mat, and with your knees bent, sink your chest towards the thighs, reach your armpits towards the floor. Try to sink as low as you can. Spread the fingers so that the palms didn't slide. Observe the sensation. Sink your armpits towards the floor. Reach your nose towards the floor. Inhale and exhale, slowly extend the legs. Inhale, lift your left leg up and step it to the front of the mat. Dropping your back, heel down, rising up. Warrior one, lift through the heart. Activate the core, activate the glutes. Softening your face muscles, observing the sensations in your body. Inhale and exhale, slowly lowering your arms down, interlacing the fingers, squeezing the palms together. Activate the core. Lift your sternum up. Inhale, slightly tuck the chin and start sliding your palms down your back thigh, keeping your core and glutes engaged. Activate the core. Inhale, rise up, and exhale, start folding down, reaching your chest to the floor, the palms to the front of the room. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Press to the front foot. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, slowly fold down, reach your chest to the floor. Inhale, rise up. Find your back bend. Activate the core, rise up. Reach the chest to the floor. Press through the front foot. Inhale, rise up. Back bend. Rise back up. Exhale, reach the chest to the floor. Imagine you're trying to touch the floor at the front of the room. Squeeze the shoulder blades. From here, press your front foot into the mat and start extending your front leg. If you need to, you can slightly step your back foot forward, squaring the hips, reaching your chest towards the front thigh. Keep reaching your palms to touch the floor. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades. Breathe and observe the sensations. Activate the core. Inhale and exhale, slowly let go of the hold on the palms, lowering the palms down to the floor, and bring your right palm on top of the block to the inner side of the foot, or if you're already on top of the foot or the outside of the foot on the mat. Activate the core, stack your shoulders, square the hips, and reach your left palm up. Breathe, observe the sensations. Inhale and exhale, slowly lower your left palm down and carefully lower your back, knee down, sinking the hips as low as you can. Bring your palms together towards the heart center and find your twist. Bring your elbow to the outside of your thigh. Press the palms together, rotate the chest to the left. And then when you're ready, slowly release the hook on the elbow and find your back bend. Lift your right arm up. Stay twisted here and slide your back palm down your back thigh. Breathe, observe the sensations. Inhale and exhale, slowly return to neutral. To twist, bring your palms towards the heart center, sink your hips lower, activate the core, squeeze the glutes, lift your sternum up, and find your back bend. Focus on back bending from your middle back. Inhale, rise back up, and exhale. Press your right palm into the mat, rotate the chest to the left, and find your twist. As in your quadricep stretch, bend your right knee, grab the foot, and sink your hips as low as you can. Observe the sensations. Reach the heel towards the glute. You can point and flex the foot. Flexing makes it a little deeper. Staying twisted. If you wish, you can go towards the elbow. When you're ready, inhale and exhale, slowly let go of the hold on the foot. And bring your left elbow towards the inner side of the left foot, finding yourself in your lizard. And then when you're ready, extend your arms, frame the front foot, step it back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lift the hips up, downward dog. Tuck the chin, lift the kneecaps up, spread the fingers, gaze towards the navel. And now let's add 10 downward dog push-ups to activate our shoulders, to prepare for our handstand by the wall. Inhale and exhale, start reaching your face towards the floor and between the palms. 1, 2, open your elbows out to the sides. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale, lift your right leg up, step it to the front of the mat, drop your back, knee down, finding your low lunge. Observe the sensations, sink your hips as low as you can. Bring your right palm on top of the right knee, activate the core, prepare for your back bend. Lift your left arm up, lift your sternum up, start sending your shoulders back, sinking your hips as low as you can. Finding your back bend. Activate the core. Inhale, return back up. And now slowly bring your right palm to the floor or to the block, to the right side of your body, and stretch your left arm to the right side of the room. Observe the sensations on the outside of the left hip. And now start making a big circle with your left arm, circling your arm to the left side, and then you can do the same thing. Use the block on the left side. Lift your right arm up and stretch to the left. Be careful with your balance. Activate the core, slowly returning back to neutral, lifting both arms up. Lift your sternum up and start finding your back bend. Inhale, rise back up, and exhale, carefully frame the front foot. Send the hips back, extending your front leg and lower over your front thigh, relaxing your lower back. Inhale, lift, bend the front knee, lift your chest up. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, bend the knee, lift your sternum up. And exhale, lift your left knee up, step your right foot back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and stay here for a couple of breaths. Send your shoulders back and down, thighs off the mat. Keep your core engaged. Focus on stretching the front of the torso. Send your belly button to the front of the room. Activate the core and slowly start rounding your upper back, then your middle back, and then lifting the hips, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up, step it to the front of the mat, dropping your back knee down, lifting the torso up, seeing the hips, bring your left palm on top of the left knee. Activate the core, inhale, start lifting your right arm up. Lifting your sternum up, finding your back bend. Inhale, return back to neutral, and exhale, try to stretch to the left side. Lift your right arm up and stretch towards the left. Observe the sensations here on the side of your right hip. Use the block for support. Try not to move the hips. Reach your right fingertips to the left side of the room. Activate the core, slowly making big circle with your right arm. And now moving the block, or bringing the palm to the floor, stretching towards the right side of the room. Breathe, observe the sensations. Maybe you can go all the way down without the block. Activate the core, inhale, slowly rising back up to neutral. Now bring your palms together or have your arms just parallel to one another. Lift your sternum up, sink your hips as low as you can. Trying to get out of the low back. Focus on elongating the spine and finding your back bend in your middle back. Send your sternum forward and up. And then lean the shoulders back, tuck the chin. Inhale, returning back up to neutral, and exhale, very carefully, try not to rush, be careful with your low back, frame the front foot, activate the core, squeeze the glutes, and push the hips back, lower your chest over your left thigh, relaxing your low back. Inhale, bend in the front knee, lift through the heart. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, bend the knee, lift through the heart. Exhale, send the hips back. Inhale, bend the knee, lift your back knee up. Step your left foot back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, and stay here for a couple of breaths. Observe the sensations, activate the core, the glutes. Focus on sending your belly button and your ribs to the front of the room. Send your shoulders back. Tuck in the chin slightly. Inhale and exhale. Slowly start rounding your upper back, middle back, lifting the hips, lower back, finding your downward dog. Observe the sensations, observe the heat. Observe the changes in the way your heart feels. Inhale and exhale, slowly lower down to your knees and transition to your belly. And bend your knees, send your palms to grab your feet, activate the core. Start pressing your feet into the palms, reaching your knees as high as you can up towards the ceiling, straightening your legs. You have to activate the glutes and the legs to peel your thighs off the mat. Activate the core, inhale, start lifting your chest over the mat, reaching your toes up, up, up towards the ceiling. Observe the stretch in your arms, in your shoulders, in your chest. Widen your collarbones. And now play with rolling your biceps in and out. When I roll out, I feel deeper stretch in my arms and the shoulders. Squeeze the glutes. Focus on straightening your legs, reaching your toes up, up, up towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale carefully. Lower the thighs down and relax here for a moment. When you're ready, slowly lift the hips up, send the hips back, finding yourself on your knees. And now bring your palms right under the shoulders, fingers pointed towards the palms. And from here, push the hips up, stretch in the front of the torso. You can drop your head back down if you feel comfortable. Observe the sensations in your shoulders. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. Carefully lower down to your shoulders. And now, if you're ready, bring the palms towards the ears. Fingers pointed towards the feet. Activate the core. Start lifting your hips up towards the ceiling. Pushing the hips, squeeze the glutes. Activate the core. Draw your elbows in towards one another. Activate the core. Press up. Take 3 deep inhales and release. Inhale and exhale, gently release, returning back to the back of your head. When you're ready, hold on to the feet, transition back up towards the elbows, lift the shoulders and head off the mat. Keep your core engaged, extend your arms, and returning back to neutral. You can release your low back by transitioning to your child's pose for a moment. And then lift the hips back up, extending both legs. And lying down to your back. You can roll forward and back, massaging your spine and back muscles. And now transition into your wheel. Bring the palms towards the ears, activate the core, root the feet into the mat, squeeze the glutes, and start pushing your hips up towards the ceiling. Peel your lower back, middle back, upper back, and now bring the weight towards the crown of the head. Realign the position of your feet. Bring them parallel to one another, the palms, and now start extending your arms and send the shoulders forward, send the chest forward, trying to align your shoulders over the wrists. Spread the fingers, observe the sensations. Maybe walk your feet in towards the palms. Keep pushing your chest to the front of the room. Press your whole palms into the mat. Squeeze the glutes, lift the hips up. And from here, maybe you can either take your rest pose or you can lower down towards the elbows. Carefully bring your one forearm down and then the other. And send the chest forward. Breathe. Lift the hips up. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale and exhale. Slowly start tucking the chin and moving your feet to the front of the room. Bring the back of your head, the neck, and your spine down, releasing your arms. Relax here. And now we'll try our Hollowback pose by the wall. So if you're not next to the wall, move your mat towards the wall. So when you're ready, sit down to the floor with your feet touching the wall. Position your palms in the area where your knees start. So just remember where the spot is. And then from here, bring the palms shoulder width apart, spread the fingers. Align your shoulders above the wrist. Activate the core and start kicking up, finding the wall with your legs. And from here, slowly start reaching your hips, your glutes towards the wall and sending your chest, your armpits to the front of the room, pointing the toes. So finding a nice arch in your back. Activating the core, observing the sensations. Press the floor away from you. Activate your shoulders. Draw your biceps in. Inhale and exhale. Slowly start sliding your feet in towards the glutes and moving the glutes away from the wall. Start gazing between the palms, extending your legs. Maybe you can transition into your handstand for a second and then lower down. And now stay here for a moment in your child's pose. Just let the blood flow, return to normal. Observing the sensations and slowly lifting your torso up and transition into your backs. Finishing out our practice. Squeezing your knees in towards the chest, rolling from side to side. Sending both knees to the left side of the room, extending your arms, gazing towards the right. Inhale, lift your knees back up through the center and send your knees to the right, gaze towards the left. letting go any tension in your back. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Rock your knees from side to side. And then slowly lower the feet down, extending your legs. Feet are mat width apart. Extending your arms, palms facing up. Making sure each and every cell of your body is relaxed. Observing the sensations in your heart. Do you feel more open? Do you feel less fearful? Do you feel more at peace? You can stay in Shavasana for as long as you wish. If you're ready to finish the practice, slowly begin waking up your fingers, your toes, stretching your arms overhead. And bringing your knees in towards the chest. And roll into your right side for your fetal position. And then slowly rising up to your seated position, crossing your legs, taking a moment to observe how you feel after the practice. Thank you guys for joining me for this road to self-love journey. I hope you feel great after this class. I hope you were able to enter your Hollowback. Please tag me in your pictures, share with your friends. Until we meet again, namaste.